Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Lynn Carey and I'm back with you today. I was just thinking about the negative energies in the world, and if we understood our emotions and we weren't afraid to tap into our different emotions, we would take back our own power, and then we wouldn't be living in so much fear, and we wouldn't have other people being able to take control of us. So one of the things I think is a common negative, on a lower vibrational scale, is anxiety. And I think you can have mild anxiety or anxiety sometimes, because sometimes you get it when you're doing something out of your comfort zone or something new. And that really is just like nerves or fear of being put out there, being exposed, doing stuff in front of people, maybe, it's just, you're uncomfortable because it's not in your normal comfort zone. And that can be a good thing, because if you can just realize that, like, that adrenaline rush or that butterflies in your stomach, or just fear. Sometimes I get fear of like having to go drive. I think you can just talk yourself out of that. Just honor it, breathe, refocus, and just put one foot in front of the other to get yourself out of it. That's easy. But what happens is when people live in anxiety, and then I think it leads into depression. And I see so many people take antidepressants and they think it's okay. Or they want to go with one of their bipolar or so many mental health names, and they want to, again, label themselves with something. I do not like labels. I believe your body can heal or shift anything. And what I find so bad about the antidepressants is that you're really numbing out what your body or your soul, your spirit, is trying to tell you. So I see like housewives, I want to say, people maybe stuck in a marriage or stuck in their life, or just the status quo, or they have everything, so-called, what society tells them is everything, and they feel depressed. But I think it's your spirit telling you there's more. There's more than what you are accepting as life. What we consider mainstream life is just so scratching the surface of what our higher selves and what our spirits really want to do here. We are here to create heaven on earth. We are here to find our passion, our purpose, our creativity, our appreciation, our bliss, all these high vibes. And I think so many people are afraid to explore that, or they get depression because they're afraid to explore the dark side of stuff that happened to themselves. You have to go through the darkness to come out to the light. And I think every time you take an antidepressant, you're numbing yourself out so that you are getting farther and further away from what your spirit is trying to tell you. I think religion is unnatural. I think marriage even can be unnatural. I think so many people stay in relationships because it's based on money, because it's based on, they think the religion, it's anti-religion if they get divorced. I see people struggling with their kids because they're putting their kids in that mainstream system. School is awful, I think. I mean, if you have any anxiety about if your kids are bouncing off the walls because they don't want to be in it, I say find something else, because it's not healthy. So I think a lot of times you're fighting what you want to consider as normal, and you have to look for another way. So you take the antidepressant to just ignore it. This message I'm getting from myself, I'm just going to ignore it so I can just fit into the mainstream, when the mainstream is killing you, even though it looks socially proper. I think all that socially proper stuff can be detrimental to us. So it's time to dig deeper. And if you are having anxiety, I think it's important to honor that you might be around a lot of negative energy too. It could be more than just being out of your comfort zone. It could be that you are surrounded by negative energy, and you're also looking for a way out of the mainstream madness. So I had my gray state, which totally debunked all what we call mainstream. So I knew there was another way. Then I also had there was many layers to us. I went through another dark night of the soul after I had my son. And all the positive things that I used to look at weren't working. And I just thought I had like all this negativity coming up. And I remember what really helped me. Sometimes you have to purge that. And sometimes you can do it easily. You can get body work. You can see maybe a healer. But you don't want to get too dependent on a healer, because you want to learn to do it for yourself. Epsom salt baths are great, sage, burning incense and things like that to tell the darkness to go to the light, white candles, all that can help. But what really helped me during that period, because it was just so intense, was when I bought the Sedona method. And it was a CD, it was CDs, books, and a workbook. And it was a course that I did for 6 months. And it helped you just sit with every emotion that's coming out and helps you purge it. And I think that's such an empowering thing because I've never felt like I had to do it since. If I feel like some of that's coming back, I know how to just kind of sit with it and ask the right questions and let it dissipate. But after that, I was able to go back and listen to all my law of attraction stuff with Abraham Hicks and listen to all those positive messages again and let myself, flow in that high vibration. But I was years and years, of living in a depressed state. So I think a lot of it comes up in layers, a little bit at a time, to release at different times. And I think that's important to honor that. And it's important to not be afraid of every emotion that we feel. There's a reason for it. It's a guidance to tell you if you're going in the right direction in your life. So I hope this is helpful because all of this is really about getting back to your own power. And getting back to your own power is what self-love is, right? And since it's Valentine's weekend, it's all about honoring the love vibe in the world, honoring our self-love, expressing that, because that is heaven on earth. So I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching.